Alright. It is another Monday. We have been through the halfway mark already. Last time around in Spa during the sprint race, and this time around we have been traveling to Austria to the Red Bull game. Of course, Red Bull has had a lot of success last week in Hungary. Hungary is not on our calendar, but Austria is, and we are still waiting on someone. Still waiting on Peter Penalty. He's running a bit late tonight, but once he has joined and picked the Williams, we will be readying up. And it's going to be a short qualifying, 18 minutes and 36 laps, as shown on screen. And Austria, we have had a lot of good memories on this track. Season 1, Season 2, and hopefully many more in Season 3. One memory that has stayed with me is DNF crashing into the pit wall somehow. I don't know what he did, but he crashed out during a rainy night. And after some speculative decisions made by stewards, good evening Nathan, Gap took the win in Season 1. And it was Phil last season, during Season 2, taking the championship. His back-to-back championship, and well, he isn't Tier 1 as of yet. And it's not looking good for Phil in Tier 1 championship. And of course, it is raining once again in Austria. JPEG joining after qualifying. Alright, that's cool. This is gonna be fucked up. No driver wants to do qualifying in the wets or race in the wets. They didn't want any spot of rain on their lens or on the screen. But so far, not really sure what is happening. As the game looks to be stuck. And of course, I don't know what the weather predictions will be during qualifying and during the race. Still not able to see that as spectator in this game. Probably won't in the foreseeing future. And there we are. Spectator menu. Full track map, lap data. And details, yeah, full wets. It is raining so hard out there. Everyone's still in the garage, debating on what setup they're gonna use. Logan debating if he wants to choose for an intermediate tire or not. Probably won't be in use. And first out is Tycho. Tycho in the Alfa Romeo. Trying his best to set, I guess, a banker lap. Just 8 time on the board. Any time is better than no time. The weather, thanks to Peter Penalty, I know the weather conditions will be wet for the quali. The race starts will be dry, but we might expect some rain during the last stints. Hopefully the rain will actually come instead of last Sunday in Hungary. Weather predictions. It's gonna be stormy, raining. It did so during FP3, free practice 3. But the race was cold, but not wet. And Tycho, last week he could not make it, which means he missed one race. One opportunity to gain another 25 or potentially 26 points. which means he has dropped in the driver standings, currently behind DNF and Gap. He's in third place, 57 points. DNF took the sprint win. And my memory is letting me down. I don't know where he ended up in the... Oh yeah, he ended up second in the 50% race. Which means he gained 26 points. 10 points ahead of Tycho. And 6 points ahead of Gap. Gap got 61. Very close to 69. And these three drivers, DNF, Gap and Tycho, quite far ahead of the pack. Well, Peter Penalty is 12 points behind Tycho. But I don't see Peter Penalty or Logan or Lights Out Dino. Just a criminal. Close the gap to the top 3. 60 points. 67, 61. But one guy in there, currently in P8, 27 points. He jumped 11 places after the last race. It's George. George Ioannidis. I still don't know how to fucking pronounce it. Tycho does a 1:16.1. And next up will be... Who is it? Is it Dutch form? Oh, is it Peter Penalty? Yeah, it's Peter Penalty. Starting his fast lap. But George took the win and is currently in P8. And he has shown some pretty decent pace in the last race. And he's quite confident he can overtake his best mate, Logan. How many points is it? It's only 5 points. 27 for George and Logan on 32. Not that difficult of a task to do, especially not if you're doing a second place qualifying time, 1:16.3. Quite a bit faster than anyone. Yeah, 6/10 to Gap and Lights Out on 17.0, 17.1 for DNF. DNF really struggling after a hard weekend in Berlin together with Peter Penalty. Indeed, the 1:17, Chris, Sora, 1:18s. And which are really showing the class of the driver. Alex McMine, one of our reserve drivers, joined the last days. Same for Nadeli. Nadeli, of course, was in Belgium as well, in Spa. Both are reserve right now. But there are some open spots in Tier 2, same for Tier 1. So if they can make it every week, they can... They do have a chance to get promoted, as DNF sets a second fast lap, 16.5. Improving every lap. Only 4 to 5 times behind Tycho and close to George. He's picking up the pace rather quickly. Lights Out jumps to 1:16.7. And where is Dodge for in currently P16 in the pit lane? He did a lap, but I think he got track glimpse. He invalidated his lap. Ooh, a nice jump from Chris, 1:16.7 ahead of his teammate Gap. And still ahead of Alex McMine as he improves as well. Now we do see many drivers jumping into that 1 minute 16 seconds. Winfrieda as well, 1:16.6. And a yellow for George, ruining his wing end plate. Doing a Ferrari strategy once again. And I hope he did not impede Wizard Smooth Criminal too much. Another yellow in sector 3. One of the AlphaTauris. Probably for Adam as Lights Out. Crossed the line and does a 16.3. Same as George. 600ths of a second behind the Ferrari driver. Looking to get his second win and his first back-to-back win in OGKROE Racing Series, Racing League. Jordy Pitch starting his stint, his run on the full wets. Looking to enter that 116 mark as well. Because George already with the excuses in the Discord chat. But track is pain. Yeah, I know. But you don't have to seal. Don't have to race. Where is he? George is in the pit lane. And Daly jumped in there as well. And one of the McLarens starting his last lap as well. It's a gap. Let's see what he can do. 1 minute 16 and 900ths of a second. Purple first sector, but messes up turn, what is it, turn 3? With a small lock up, as it looks like it has stopped raining, or at least it rains a bit less. So we can expect to have a lot of improvements in the coming 9 minutes. Almost 38. Yeah, the purple sector 2 as well. Greg is a lot faster, half a second down on his own time. And might Gap be the first one to dive into the 1 minute 15s. Sector 2, another Williams standing still. And what is it gonna be? It's a 1 minute 15.5, 1.3 seconds faster than he did before, and taking pole position. But still 9 minutes left. Next to cross the line is gonna be Adam. 2.8 seconds faster than his own time. But still not fast enough to dive into the 1 minute 16s, 1:17.3. And the next up is gonna be where is Dodgeville? There is Dodgeville. Can he set a time? Yes, he can. Just behind Adam. 1:17.3 as Tigro sets a blistering lap. 1:15.4. Taking that first grid slot of Gap. And Petita sadly invalidated his lap. We'll start another lap right now. As Peter Penalty and... I believe it was Peter Penalty. Yes, Peter Penalty and Chris. Crashing into each other. 5 grid place penalty. Not sure for who it was, as I just missed it. A lot of traffic, and on this wet track, yep, there is Tita being blocked. I'm not sure what happened. And Adam, can you improve from 1:17.3? No, he can't. Slower than he was before. And Jordy Pitch on an outlap. Still no time set, but about 7 minutes left. As it looks like the rain is falling down harder. Yep, there's Chris into the pit lane. Behind him is... Oh, pay the penalty. That is... Is it DNF? Yes, it is DNF. Going slower, probably on an outlap. Starting his... another lap for him. And not sure where pay the penalty is. At least on the side of the track. Ah, there he is. And was a Ferrari? Yeah, Ferrari fucked up. Ferrari of Winfrieda doing a spin as he was about to start his fast lap. And I don't know what Peter Penalty is doing. Looks like he got some bigger issues than being bad. And there is him being crashed into by, is it George? It is George. He was standing still on track. What is happening? Petita set a lap, not invalidated this time. And setting the 11th fastest time on the grid. DNF improving, jumping to P5. But far off of Tigo. Well, J-Back, you can you still take over a car? Probably not, but just pick any open seat in a team. Not that big of an issue. We will solve it manually. Yeah, just join a car, and we'll do it correctly in the standings. No worries. Still 4.5 minutes left to set a time, and hopefully faster than. Hopefully, yeah, maybe even top 10 time. At least a 1:16 would be pretty nice. And I see Peter Penalty typing in Discord chats, and indeed his the racing wheel is acting up. That's why we see him struggling a lot. Winfrieda calls another yellow flag. Another driver error. So he is overtaken by Gap. What is Gap gonna do? We have no sector times. There's Adam retiring from the session, and Gap is not improving. Behind him was Winfrieda. Of course, he did not improve. As he spun. George heading out of the pit lane, and I saw DNF. Briefly switching to the intermediate tires, but it doesn't look like those will be any good. Yes, I think it was Jordy Pitch jumping him. Pitch to P5, and Logan is on P4. His teammate is coming out of the pit lane. Together with DNF. And where is lights out? There is lights out. 2 minutes 30 left to try and go faster. He's still on the same old 6-lap old wet tires. Probably running on a bit lower fuel, but you could have tried to pit and get a new set of wet tires. Bit less fuel, and get maybe a few tenths faster, as that will mean he might jump to P4. There's J-Back joining again. 2 minutes left to set a time, buddy. Ooh, and the lights out going even faster. Purple sector 2. With a purple sector 2, it's gonna be a indeed, and jump to P4, half a second faster, 1:15.8, joining George, Gap, and Tigo in the 1 minute 15 marks. Next is gonna be Pintita starting his lap. Behind him is Chris. Chris not improving. Next up is gonna be Alex. J-Back, it won't let me choose a free space. Probably because I joined a bit late during qualifying. I think you will get assigned a random car, a random spot when the race starts. Then you'll just start in P18. Ooh, Sora gaining a 5th-place grid penalty for a collision with Chris, but where is Chris? His car's not even on track. But, well, no time left for Sora to improve. He already retired. Okay. What about Gap? No, Gap won't have any time left. Stigo goes even faster. 1:15, 1/4 faster than Gap. And Gap won't be a threat anymore, as he did retire indeed. What about DNF? Can DNF do something? Who's ahead of him? Is it Logan? No, Logan. That's Stigo on track. Behind him is going to be indeed Lights Out. Let's go on board with DNF. Purple sector 2, the Williams driver. And meantime, Alex jumped. Oh, whoa, that's an... The all smooth criminal being in the way of DNF might have cost him a spot in the top 5 as he needed 2 tenths. He had purple sector 2, but what about sector 3? Is going to be 15. Oh, barely. That AI driver of the car of smooth criminal costing DNF to jump in front of Logan. And checkered flag from him. Lights Out. Won't improve. All about Pintita got the checkered flag. So it's only Lights Out, and once he crosses the line, this will be qualifying done. And it is Tigo, who would have expected, taking pole position. And Gap in P2. He's in starting position for in Austria, but I guess Austria might not be that bad of a track for Gap, considering he got a race win here. And George taking 4th place. Lights Out in P3. And George in P4. And Logan in P5. DNF behind him. Struggling to get the same pace as his championship contenders. Tigo and Gap, Alex, the reserve in P7, Jordi Pitch in P8, Pintita, Winfrieda, Smooth Criminal, Chris, Sora, Adam, Dodgeful, Nadeli, and of course paid the penalty. Chris Sora paid the penalty with 5 players grip penalties. Due to, well, the game. Not much we can do about that. And we are waiting for players, and once everyone has loaded in, it will be, of course, first information lap. In dry conditions, luckily. So no wet Austria turn 1 shenanigans. And J-Back, I am in the Red Bull. Nice that you got, at least were able to jump into a car. There it is, formation lap. And there is a weather update from Beta Penalty. Looks like there will be no rain in the end. Sadly, no rain, as it looks like. Oh yeah, people are in t-shirts, long sleeves, and stop strategy will be medium hard or soft medium hard. Looking at the tires, most people choosing mediums, but Evo, Gap, and Logan for the hard tires, looking to jump to the medium tires at the end. Well, mediums to hards and soft medium hards. The soft gun is in lights out, and Adam and Dodgeball starting beside each other. Adam won't be happy with that, as he already got disqualified due to probably a collision with Dodgeball. See you later, hope. Wrong button. And maybe Dodgeball apologizing in the Discord chat. And if you are not in Discord and are looking to join a racing league, be sure to go to the description. First link. Well, I think it's the first link. Yep, it is the first link in there. Click it. Discord.gg/blah blah blah. Click on it. Join the league. Say hi. Do the sign-ups. And you will be assigned a seat once available. Why can't I? Ah, yeah. There it is. At fall and the tire's gone. Who's that Ferrari doing a cheeky start? Indeed, Dom does fall again, causing some shenanigans in the formation lap. And ironically, it's against Adam. And once again, it takes quite some time before the lights turn on. We had the same issue in, was it last week or the week before? Where we had to remake the lobby because the lights didn't turn on. Hello, yes sir.
There's this glitch that if there's a spectator, the race doesn't start.
Fucking hell.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a remake of the lobby.
No, you have to just leave and then you can rejoin.
Ah, okay.
But you won't see the start.
Yeah, that's an issue. Well, fuck that. I want to race. Quit the main menu. Let's see if that helps. Let me jump in back again. Where's the join game?
We're gonna have to remake the lobby. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
People already left.
Yeah. See settings. Save load settings.
I'm gonna head off again because I promised Logan to be his race engineer. He needed it.
Yeah, he's in, where is he in P4? No, P5. Yeah, he really needs
P5,
it.
yeah, P5.
He wants to
Yeah.
become the champion.
All right. Good luck casting.
Yeah, thank you. What time of day? It was on dynamic, but Peter sent me a message. It was gonna be cleared during the entire race. And I really like these EA games. Always fucking up something. And I think everyone so far is in. So let me get to. Where is it already? No. Weekend structure and qualifying format will be off. Starting grid. Grid editor. It was Tigo in pole position. Let's move player down, nope, up. There it is, Tigo. Then it's gonna be Gap, and then we'll have Lights Out and Alpha Tauri, followed by George Logan in P5 and P6 D and F. P7 was out reserve. Alex, he's still not in. So next up is gonna be Jordy Pitch. Oh, and then it was Pintita. Tita, Winfrieda, Smooth. Smooth Criminal, that's gonna be Adam and Dodgeful and Nadeli. And then Chris. Sora, Peter. And JPEG. JPEG's not in yet. And is that everyone in? Let me double check the grids. Where's it? Nope, it was weekend structure. Grid editor. Oh yeah, before I forget, thank you, Gap. Let me spectate. Go to settings. Oh, weekend structure again. What was Tigo, Gab, Lights Out, George, Logan, DNF, Alex? Where is Alex? Alex is not in. For the pitch pin, Tita, Winfrieda, Smooth, Adam, Dodgeful, Annelieke, Sora, Peter. Alex and Jay back. Let's see. I'll give J-Back and Alex 1 more minute. Ba-ba-ba-ba. And of course, don't forget your setups, guys. And everyone has negated up. So that means we will be starting. Hopefully it does start in immediately. Because we still have the bug, as Jesse told us. A spectator in the lobby means it won't start. I'm not sure what is gonna happen. Waiting for players. Timer is ticking down for anyone that has all tapped. Tap back in as soon as possible. 20 seconds left before, well, hopefully the formation lap and lights out. Well, lights on first. With 16 drivers, the formation lap has started. Lap data, oh, it's F2 once. Yeah, there it is. Interval gone, and I want to see the tires. Can I? Yes, I can. A few changes have been made. I see, I think it was one guy less on soft. Still Tigo, Gap, and looking on hard tires. Lights out, DNF on softs, and the rest on mediums. Oh, except for Sword and the hards. Still with the formation lap. This does give me a bit of time to get the driver standings in front of me again. And 6 points between DNF and Gap, and 10 points between DNF and Tigo. What a nice margin to have. And of course it can be, would be a lot nicer if it was 80 points. But this is not IRL Formula 1. This is the OGKROE League. As Tigo is slotting into his grip position, same for Gap. And Gap positioning his car really cheeky. Straight towards the outside. And there's DNF disqualifying, Nadeli and Jordi Pitch disqualifying. Let me get the tires off screen and see what is gonna happen. F31 is in, but once again, no lights are turning on. Ay, 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 ay. Nothing helps. What a fucking shit game this is. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, so a message has been sent that 32 spectators are going to rejoin. That's gonna be me as well. No one should leave. I've given them enough time to read the message, so hopefully they will start. But yeah, indeed, Gloomy. Good game, Kappa. Yeah. And yes, Malin. Good thing you said that. Yeah, we might turn off Formation Lab for Tier 1 if this is gonna happen again. But I need to give it a minute. Yeah. To see if it's gonna help. Of course, no driver will be telling me they have started. Looking at the friends list, still everyone is in. Don't see anyone leaving the lobby. I hope they have started, and let's hope for the best. And once I rejoin, it will be all okay. Moment of truth. F2, spectate. And then watch me get into a car. Won't be surprised if it happens. Thank you, EA, once again for creating this game. So much budget, thanks to all the FIFA kits. And yes, indeed, we have started to race. And Tigo fell down to P3 and a decent start for DNF, it looks like. Up into P2. Dutch fell into P... Oh, never mind. There's Dutch was spinning out. And Chris got a bad start as well. Down to P16. 10 seconds behind everyone as lights out. And DNF jumped. Logan. Hold up. What happened to Tigo? And Frida having issues. Oh my god. I want not to miss this start. Fucking hell. Get me the lap data up there as soon as possible. The gap is on intervals, details. DNF. 13 places gained? That's... What? Okay. Yeah, sure. And that's heading into the pit lane. And... Let's see. How the focus go on. And let's see where the battles are going. It's Wolf Criminal Gap, Pintita and George close. Same for Jordi Pitt, Sora, Bailey and then the fastest lap for DNF as he's looking to try and overtake Lights Out. And gap at DNF already on a 3-second time penalty for track limits in lap 3. Need to know what happened to Tigo. Tigo already behind Peter penalty. Might have been a maybe a strategic maneuver by DNF into turn 1. Spending out Tigo, hoping to see Tigo getting behind Peter penalty. Peter penalty holding him up as we see a Mercedes of Jordi Pitch hitting the barriers. Losing his front wing. Taking one of those front boards of Ambridge fly better. Oh, no wing, which you won't be able to fly as Pintita gets overtaken by George. And same for that daily against Adam. Can Pintita take over George once again? And George is on a flyer to try and overtake Gap and get it to the top 5 again. Looks like Gap is struggling just a bit more on those hard tires. A bit less grip. George taking fastest lap as well, using DRS and probably a lot of his battery. As they almost make it 3 wide. It's going to be 2 wide and oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a dive bomb by the Ferrari into turn 1. It touched Pintita. I don't know if he got any damage, but it's game over for George. Falling down outside of the top 10 and P12. Good position for Tigo. He will be happy with that. But what about Pintita? Does Pintita have damage? I'm not sure. Nope. Nothing for him. And what about Gap? Nothing for Gap. We can focus on That's between Sora and Adam. Sora on the inside out of, what is it, turn 4. Which means we'll be on the outside for turn 6. And ahead of Adam. With a 3 by battle. And ooh, that's lights out. Spinning out in sector 3. Between turn 9 and 10, and giving a free position to DNF and to Smooth Criminal and to Gap and to Logan, of course. Logan on those hard tires, looking like a decent run for him right now as lights out. And indeed are battling each other into turn 1. DRS for the Haas, no DRS. And looks like there might be some desyncing. Oh, that's Gap leaving. Dodgeville taking a... oh, and that's Lights Out taking a corner cutting penalty. Probably maybe due to some game issues by Gap leaving the session and somehow dropping out to P16. Don't know how he did that, but... and it's Peter Penalty is looking to overtake his teammate, Adam, in AlphaTauri. But he won't succeed just yet. Sector 3 right now, and don't make it too wide through turn 8 and turn 9. It's gonna end pretty badly. Big train has formed. All the way from Adam to Winfrieda. Yellow sector 3. For Nat Daly in Alpine. And there's Peter Penalty using the race, but Adam a bit later and Peter Penalty almost spinning. Some of them went wide, but Peter Penalty dropping down to P10. Too wide and too wide. Hand in hand for Sora, Winfrieda, Adam and Tycho. Oh, Tycho already up to P6, but dropping down to P7. Peter Penalty on the outside of Sora. And still ahead of Sora. And George into pit lane as Adam once again back ahead of... still ahead of Tycho. DNF already got more than 3 seconds ahead of Logan. And Dodgeville takes another 3 seconds. For multiple warnings, track limit warnings. Luckily they won't be 5 seconds. As in Austria a few weeks ago. Sector 3. That's DNF. That's DNF. What happened to you? No wing end plate, down to P3 and looking for a new front wing at the end of this lap. So there is a Red Bull, that's Dodgeville. Dodgeville already lapped. And this is such a shit show already for tier 2. And many thanks to EA once again. But we need to focus on this tight battle in the midfield. Lights out. Oh, it's Winfrieda by the penalty. Tycho, Sora, Adam and Chris all so close to each other. We're looking at the end of this of the pack. Looking at Adam holding off the McLaren in Chris. And that is Lights Out into the pit lane on those soft tires. I don't know if it's a regular pit stop. I hope it is for Lights Out. Dropping down to P11, looking for a medium tire probably. What about DNF? DNF is still out on track, not into the pit lane with a broken front wing. And on those 7 lap old soft tires. Chris taking another 3-second time penalty for multiple track limit warnings. Good simulation of what happened in Austria a few weeks ago. And this pack has settled a bit, but Tycho and Sora on those hard tires, keeping up with everyone around them, it's a good sign, because they will be a bit faster on low fuel and the softer tire at the end of the race. And they might hope for a mid-session safety car once all the medium gunners have went into the pit lane. And they have not. Tiro and Sora. And Tiro is still stuck behind Peter Penalty. DNF in P3. And Dodgeville is getting so many drag limit penalties as DNF and Pintita are fighting. Sadly, I'm missing this all on screen. And who's that behind him? That's Gap. Gap being lapped. It's DNF overtaking Pintita. Currently in P3, but 3 seconds of time penalties is hurting him a lot. Big switch to the penalty times. Penalty seconds, how many everyone has. And damn, Dodgeville. 18 seconds, okay. Good job on that. And Pintita is still fighting DNF to take back P3. It looks like DNF is broken front wing is not hindering him too much, but he is into the pit lane. What tire is it gonna be? Dropping down behind his teammate and Tigo. Where is Sora? There is Sora and Adam and Chris. Hard tires for DNF. Am I saying that correctly? And a new front wing. Down to... Yep, still P10. Oh, might be a bit close to Nadali, but let's see if DNF can even survive the pit lane exit. Yes, he can. Yes, he can, and he can so ahead of Nadali. Well done, DNF. Achievement getting through the pit exit in Austria safely. Yes, Chris is struggling in the fight with Sora. But he's not giving up. On the outside, which means he will be squeezed off into the gravel if he's not careful. Backing up. Backing off and into turn 9 and 10. You won't overtake there. Oh, but he might try a bit later on the brakes for Chris. And oh. They are making it too wide, but such tiny margins for the front wings of Chris and the rear wheel tires of Sora. DRS for Chris. Deciding not to use it. Probably a bit busy. Yep, there it is. In the second zone. A bit busy with his fight with Sora. And not gonna succeed into turn 6. But who is gonna succeed is Tigo ahead of Peter Penalty using DRS into turn 4. And oh, Peter Penalty is a cheeky dive, but an illegal dive as we cut the track so hard. And indeed he is giving back the penalty, the position. Good sportsmanship from the Williams driver. But that does mean he is in P6. Ending behind him within that 1 second. Barely. Just barely. 8 tenths, almost 9. There they are, the 3 of them, and that's a track limit penalty, 3 seconds. Penalty as well. Yeah, but the penalty is falling behind Tigo. Yet no DRS. He's outside that 1 second DRS window, which means the Adam can attack him. What about the battery situation? Yeah, nothing left for Peter Penalty. Holy shit. What about Adam? Adam has a lot more. Peter probably used a lot in a battle together with Tigo, but yeah, Tigo is just way faster. He doesn't need the battery. Should have saved a battery for the fight with Adam. Adam. Over start finish. DRS. Into turn 1, not close enough. And through turn 1. Whoa, 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 whoa. And once again, Carl's cursing. A driver went going on board. This time it is Adam. I'm sorry about that, mate. But still, in the points. P9, yellow sector 3. Oh, really green again. But that is Adam behind Chris. Oh, yellow again. I think it's that daily. Is it? Nope. It's not. Why am I not switching to the daily? Yep, now I am. And so the pitch went for a pit stop. Second stop already on the hard tires. 20 laps. I think they might last until the end. So far, the only two drivers that are really battling each other on track are these two. Sora and Aston Martin. Chris in the McLaren. Adam into the pit lane. And this time Chris indeed is using his DRS, but such a bad exit through turn 1, which means he loses so much time on the first straight between turn 1, 2 and 3. Which means no DRS into turn 4. And Daly in the pit lane. And there she is. Touching to the hard tires in lap 15, 14 lap olds. Medium gone. 0 lap old hard tires are on there. With the penalty into the pit lane as well. Looking like oh, and that's a yikes. He had some issues during qualifying with his wheel acting up. And I guess the focus is gone as he got a 5-second time penalty for spinning in the pit lane. Into the hard tires as well. I got a pit stop for the Williams driver. And behind his teammates. Dr. DNF. DNF already halved his gap to Chris in front. And he's still lucky. Gap is racing in P14 and Tigo in P5. But still, no, less damage than usual. You would expect. Yellow sector 2 for Dodgeville once again in Red Bull. There's 11 lap old hard soft tires. Oh, Petita in the pit lane. Petita in the pit lane. 15 laps. When are Smooth and Winfrida deciding to go into the pit lane? As they are extending their run maybe a bit too far. Yes, this would be the best opportunity to do it, to dive to the pit lane. Coming out of the pit lane, they will be in free air. Dodge for causing yellows all over the track. And out of the pit lane, DNF is jumping Pintita. There's a 6 laps difference in those hard tires. And, and temperature difference in those hard tires as well. Pintita really struggling on throttle out of turn 3. Losing almost a second to the Williams in front. Chris fighting side by side, but nope, it's lights out already ahead of Chris. Out of turn 4, no collisions, no one in the gravel and no carbon fiber on track. And indeed there is Winfrida into the pit lane. Where is it gonna end up? We need to see where is DNF. DNF just out of turn 1 and same for Winfrida. And it looks like Winfrieda is ahead of DNF. Never mind. Those cold tires. They're really... Well, the cold tires of Winfrieda really struggling to give the car any grip. Which means DNF with those warmed up hard tires. That's an easy overtake. Yes, Neutral is getting disqualified from the session. Multiple penalties. So many track limit penalties. 3 seconds. Again and again and again and again. Let's move Grimlon onto the hards as well. Curious to see when the hard runners are gonna pit. So Winfrieda also lost their position to Pintita. Smooth Criminal is just ahead of his teammate Sora, but those cold tires out of turn 3, it will lose you a bit of time. Sora also has DRS. 2-4 to fight Smooth Criminal into turn 4. Winfrieda back again ahead of Pintita. Your tires have been warmed up and we're finding a bit more grip. Pintita not giving up and staying half a second behind Winfrieda. And up. Okay. 3-second time penalty for the Haas driver. And yellow sector 2. And beginning of sector 3. It's Chris standing still. He is driving again. But does so by losing a position to George. And those hard tire runners in Logan, Tigo, Sora and Gap as well. 17 laps. 19 right now for Logan, 18 for Tigo. 3 more laps before they will jump into the pit lane probably. Winfrieda and Pintita close the gap to DNF in front. Both will be having DRS. Yep, they are front rear wings are open. Winfrieda fastest lap. Indeed pushing his car to the limits. As his teammates and previous race winner in Belgium. Is in P11 and they also closed the gap to Sora. Sora, not sure what happened. Those hard tires might be having a bit of difficulties as DNF is overtaking Sora with fresh tires on the outside of turn 4. Oh, small movement from Sora might be due to slide. Not sure, but all is okay. But Sora, are you gonna lose a position to Winfrieda? Through sector 3 they go. DNF is already clear. Already looking to gain back some time on Smooth Criminal. What about Winfrieda, Pintita and Sora? Yellow, sector 3 for Daily in pit entry. Oh, that's Pintita heading wide. And where is Winfrieda? There is Winfrieda on the inside into turn 1. Can he brake later? Yes, he can. And he is ahead into turn 1. And ooh. Bit oversteer snap from Sora, but a better exit from Sora with the rear wing open. It's another opportunity for Winfrieda to overtake the place back. And Pintita on the inside. Oh damn, that's a cheeky overtake. Well done, Pintita. DNF already jumping the gun at 1.5 seconds ahead of these drivers. Winfrieda overtaking Pintita back again. Using the both rear wings open into turn 4. No position changes. Wide from Winfrieda and Pentita taking the tighter line on the inside through turn 5 and 6 is the outside. Bit more speed for the Haas driver. Now carry a lot more speed. Yes, he can carry a lot more speed. And oh, a bit too much speed as he spins out Sora in the back in the gearbox of the Aston Martin. That will be a ticket probably at the end of the race. But it does mean Pentita currently in P5. And ahead of Winfrieda. Creating a gap. In the meantime, the penalty closed the gap to these drivers as well. And Tigo in the pit lane to the medium tire. Down to P4. Behind DNF. But ooh, Tigo's really close to DNF. 1.2 seconds. 2.4 seconds. A bit of time to warm up the tires. Zorg on the pit lane as well. Probably needing a new front wing and new tires. Winfrieda and Pentita still fighting. Logan into the pit lane as well. 21 laps, 22 laps. On those hard tires. Where is Logan gonna come out? Is it gonna be a free pit stop? Yes, it is. Where is Smooth Criminal? Smooth Criminal's not even close. Will this be Logan with a surprise win? Thanks to Jess being his race engineer in this race. 13 laps to go and a nice margin. Faster tire as well than Smooth Criminal and DNF. 13 laps already. He can't hold off Tigo forever. Especially not with the penalties. And Lights Out also having difficulties slowing down the car. 5 seconds for him. Time in Frida. Still close to each other. With the penalty close the gap, but lost some time. Probably because he has no battery. At least the last time we checked. He saved a bit. Oh, not Winfrieda. Winfrieda on 36%. But Pentita, ooh, a bit less. And the penalty the same level of battery. So Winfrieda is in the best position right now. Especially with DRS. He can save his battery, store it up, store some more in there and use it for the final 2 or 3 laps. As a McLaren is again struggling. Chris again standing still. Last Tigo indeed closed the gap. He got those tires up to temperature and is already far into that DRS window. All of his battery left. 100%. He's going to use it already into lap 25. Logan taking the fastest lap 107.7. And he's using it just a tiny bit. Making the corner as wide as possible to carry as much speed as possible and using DRS, using ERS and DNF defending the inside. But he can't brake later on those 15 lap hard tires. Tigo taking P3. GG easy. In the meantime, Lights Out and Gap fighting each other for P13. Gap 23 laps. Lights Out already went to the pit lane prior. 1 lap on his tires. There will be quite a big difference in grip levels for the McLaren and AlphaTauri. Here's Tigo with the fastest lap. Closing the gap to Smooth Criminal again. In that 1 second window and looking to make it an Alfa Romeo 1-2. Don't want to jinx anyone, but I know Tigo can make it to the end on those tires without spinning. Not sure about Logan not spinning in the upcoming 10 laps. And with only 10 laps left, looking at tire situation, everyone's gonna make it to the end. Just don't know about George making it to 30 laps on those hards, and same for Gap, 34 laps in the end. They are gonna struggle, and especially George with Sora behind him, 11 seconds, 4 laps on medium tires. Okay, this is gonna be about 1 point. Tigo. Close to Smooth Criminal. The rear wing open. Probably using some of the battery as he's gonna look on the outside. Nope, this time it's gonna be the inside to try and overtake. As Pintita is retiring from the session. Crashing out in turn 1. Okay, and... Oh, Tigo was lucky. Safety car is out and just in time overtaking Smooth Criminal. Just in time. And I can see Pintita typing in chat. I want to know what has happened. And I want to know who's gonna dive into the pit lane. Indeed, Chris is first to dive into the pit lane. Pintita, his wheel stopped working and he went straight on to turn 1 into the wall. And yes, Chris lights out Gap and Daly into the pit lane. And Logan as well. What about his teammate? His teammate is staying out. Tigo can stay out. He does have... well... arguably a bit more pace than most drivers in here. But the decision for staying out, it might hurt him. As everyone is gonna jump to the soft tires. Logan, Smooth Criminal, DNF, Winfrieda, pay the penalty. Yep, there's pay the penalty, soft tires. Ay. In Japan, we were questioning Tigo, his decision to dive into the pit lane quite late in the race, and we were asking ourselves the question: is it going to be a masterclass or a disaster class for Tigo? It ended up in a masterclass and a disaster class for Williams. Will it be the same here in Austria? Only in formation behind the safety car, 1-2 for Alfa Romeo. Smooth Criminal taking the 3rd place right now, and looking at the penalties, 3 seconds for DNF, Winfrieda and penalty. With this late of a safety car, they are gonna hurt a lot. Not much time left to create a large enough gap. What about position changes? Let's just see what happens. Smooth Criminal gaining 10, DNF gaining 11, pay the penalty gaining 10, pay the penalty after starting last on the grid. He's on a, well, he did a decent run into P6. Well done to pay the penalty. And who dropped the most? Yep, that is George after the dive bomb onto Gap. Where's Gap? Gap is in P12. Behind his teammate. Out of the points, and a disaster for Klagen right now. Everyone already stopped. Everyone on... well, except for lights out on the daily on the quite fresh tires. Tigo Sora 7 laps on those mediums. And we have no safety car in this lap message on screen. As I think it's for the pitch and who is it? Is it Chris or Gap? No, it's Chris. Quite far behind. So yeah, we will do one more lap and right out into the pit lane. Late call, but he was already. What did he already drive to the pit lane? Oh, nu is hij zo'n crash shots. And Yoko has joined. Tier 1 driver and in the wrong lobby. Well, maybe spectating to see how long it's gonna take. 6 laps. And preferably, yep, there it is. Safety car is in this lap. Tigo will be leading the pack, dictating the pace ahead of his teammate Logan, ahead of Smooth Criminal and DNF. Looking to cut through the 3 guys in front of him and create a big enough gap as soon as possible. As George is losing some positions on the safety car. Everyone getting those last degrees of temperature in their tires as Tigo is looking to accelerate as soon as possible. There it is, racing once again, and Logan and Tigo both with a decent start, and DNF on those soft tires really needs to gain a lot of ground on everyone behind him, otherwise he will fall down quite far with that 3-second time penalty. Thanks to track limit warnings. Quite the gap was already formed. Ooh, daring dive onto Smooth Criminal. Touching, I think. It looked like indeed. And Smooth Criminal getting outbrake the Williams into turn 4. And no, he will take a bit more speed on the outside, but that does mean, yep, he will be behind DNF. DNF taking P3, 1.4 seconds behind Logan. Such a big gap to have it in those last 5 laps. And into lap 32. One position change for DNF and George into P9. As Winfrida is looking to overtake Smooth Criminal. Into turn 1, get a penalty, 3-second time penalties. His second penalty, 6 seconds in total. And with a better exit out of turn 1, a bit more speed at the end of the straight. And into turn 3, it's gonna be Winfrida ahead of Smooth Criminal. 1.7 seconds to beat after Logan. Ooh, Winfrida a bit late on those brakes, outshooting himself almost into the back of DNF and losing some time to Smooth Criminal. Get a penalty and Adam in the mix as well, as it's going to be 2.6 seconds to George. Quite a big gap to have for George to try and close it again. Only 4 laps left and Tigo still ahead of Logan, but this time around Logan has the opportunity to use that DRS button. No DRS button for DNF. But there will be for Winfried. Smooth criminal a penalty. Adam. And yeah, because on daily as well. And George taking significant time penalties. Too much risk pushing his car too close to the gap, and well, what do you gain? Well, a net loss in time. Sort of taking Chris. Adam overtaking Peter. Penalty. And looking for another overtake. Nope. Adam backing off. Adam is showing he can be a bit faster than Smooth Criminal in front of him. Showing his presence behind the Aston Martin. Might try and do it again into turn 1 using DRS. And he really needs to respect the penalties. Pushing him. Threatening him from behind. Peter was looking on the inside, but too far away. Decided to back off. Smart call. Get DRS on the second straight and close the gap a bit more. And an overtake for the lead is not successful by Logan. I'm sure Logan has a bit more speed using that DRS button. And into turn 4, DRS open again, but Tigo on the inside. Yellow sector 3, Jordan pitch off track. He can race again, losing some position. Sora gaining a position to Chris, but we need to see what happened to Logan. Logan, did he die from the inside? Was trying to do a clean overtake. Not sure, but he did not do so successfully. Multiple tier 1 drivers joining the lobby. And that is Logan with a bit more speed and on the soft tires. He's ahead of Tigo, but Tigo will have DRS again. We will have a bit of difficulties with gap ghosting in them as well. Trying to see, but not funny for Tigo as he won't overtake Logan. Logan currently leading with only one more lap to go after this one. Oh my, oh my, oh my. DNF and Winfried closed in as well with these two Alfa Romeos battling each other. There won't be that much of a threat. Too many seconds behind their names that will be added up at the end of the race. Last lap. And Logan luckily got DNF thanks to gap in at least I think it's gap in front of them. I need to check really. Yep, it is gap. But now there won't be a DRS for Logan. What can Tigo do? He's closing in, but won't take a look on the inside. He did break a bit later on those really old medium tires. And only 4 more corners left. 3 more corners left for Logan to defend of his teammate. Are they gonna be in the team wars? I don't know. Tigo is so close. Winfried and DNF in the meantime fighting each other as well. But it's gonna be Logan. Logan taking the win in Austria. And of his teammates, GG, well played. Alfa Romeo 1-2. And DNF is still on the podium. Damage control for the Williams driver. And Winfried with a decent result in P4. Adam, second time racing as a reserve and taking P5. Solid performance by de Alfa Tauri bedrijven. En Adam who's gonna be the driver of the day? Who is gonna be it? It's gonna be Sora in the Aston Martin. As decided by the game. There he is, Logan. Making his way down to the podium. There he is on the podium. Alfa Romeo 1-2. Well played, well played, well played. GG's, good games. And here are the results for the race. Logan taking the win from P5. Tigo from P9 to P2. DNF, Winfrieda, Adam, Smooth, Criminal, Better Penalty, Sora, Chris, Jordan Pitch, George, Gap, Lights Out, and a Daily. Pintita at Dodgefall closes it out. Both DNF and Dodgefall retire from the race. And that does conclude Tier 2. And it is 8:30 CET, which means yes, already made a lobby for Tier 1. Tier 1 will be, at least the short qualifying will be starting very shortly. There is the invite from Jesse. Thank you, mate. And let me click on play game. Celebrations in the chat for Logan, in the Discord chats. If you're not in there already, make sure to join the first link in the description. And congratulate Logan. And we are already in the, as you can see, in the lobby for Tier 1. No, Tigo Spectator. And yep, there is Rafa and Montero on top. Rafa on top in the leaderboard as well for the driver standings in Tier 1. And Montero missing the last two, but will be joining us once again here in Austria. Let me get the sheet to see who we need for Tier 1. Really on 13 drivers, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 plus 2, 16. 2 reserves in Thiago Costa and Alex McMine was supposed to race in Tier 1, but you joined Tier 2. Where's? Yep, that Costa is already in there, making his debut in the OGKROE series. And there is Peter Penalty. Welcome, mate. How has your race been?
Hello. Horrible. Can't say it was a great race.
Well, qualifying was a disaster, but you did decent in the race. See where did you end up?
I had 0 pace. It was horrible. And then I my tire wear was incredibly high, and my tires were fucked. And then I got wing damage, understeer in sector 2, but I didn't want to box because that would lose me a lot of time. And then eventually I did box, and I changed the wing, and I hit the wall on the pit exit on the left, so I had wing damage again. But yeah,
Nice.
later we got a safety car, but that didn't really change a thing. So.
Well, at least one Williams driver was on the podium, DNF.
Yeah, my wheel was not functioning in the race, and I think my AI blocked a lot of people in the laps. I'm really sorry for that, but yeah, it wasn't really. I didn't mean to.
Nope. Well, yeah. Let's see. We do already have one ticket, mate.
Mm-hmm. By DNF, of course. Well, he did get blocked in his lap, but it's not up to me, of course. Well, it's fucking hot in my room.
Yeah, 25 degrees in my room. I've had it a lot worse. It is doable.
Better. Do you hear my van? I hope not.
Nope.
Great. Insanely low turn up today, I saw. I think I got about 6 messages that people are on holidays.
Yeah, we are doing the season during the summer holiday. So yeah, we can expect it. So that does give the tryhards a bit more chance to take the...
But it is nice to see that at least some reserves were able to race.
Yeah.
Not a full grid, but better than only 7 guys, for example.
Yeah, 13 is well, decent for this time of the year. And yeah, one of the reserves is Tempus Thiago Costa, making his debut. Same for the Raconci, as was promoted to a full-time seat in Tier 1, and Tiffin as well was already in for Belgium. It's not that Tiffin is new. Tiffin got promoted as well.
I have to say, Austria is really a track where if you have no practice at all, because this circuit is so short, the difference is going to be incredibly massive between people that did have practice and people that just jump. So I really felt like people that are normally way slower than me, I just couldn't even keep up with them. Yeah, maybe it's just me being in the holiday spirit or something. ready for the summer break. Just like Perez, right?
Yeah. He did gain back his focus in the first stint during the race, and then he was nowhere near close the pace of Verstappen.
Yeah, oh my god. Well, I was in Berlin with a few mates, and we watched the race in the pub there. It was a really nice experience. It was really fun. With every overtake, it didn't even matter who it was. Everyone went wild.
Nice. Lots of beer, I guess.
Yes, as well. We just didn't even understand. We were watching the race and we saw Max, I think, coming out of the pit lane. I'm not really sure, but somehow he was suddenly behind Leclerc, even though a few laps before he was 5 seconds behind him or something. So we didn't understand. I thought it was a back marker or something, and then they said, wait a second, that's fucking Leclerc.
Yeah.
That was a great race for Max fan.
Verstappen was about 3 to 4 seconds faster on the outlaps. Both outlaps he did compared to all the other drivers. I think only Leclerc managed to be a second slower. So he did gain a lot of time on those outlaps.
Yeah, and the hearts, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't once watch the practice sessions or any of them this time. So I don't really know if they tried harsh. But
there was such a huge difference in temperature and track temperature from Friday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday was a wet session, so no data gathered. No useful data gathered for the race itself. But yeah, they were already struggling on soft tires to gain to get it into the right window. So yeah, I don't even know why they would put on those hard tires.
Practice 3, right, where it rained?
Yeah.
I believe, where Latifi got the one.
Yeah.
I think that was because the Ferraris didn't even come out or something, or very late.
To be sure. I didn't watch it myself as well. I saw all the memes on the internet for the F53 results.
Go TP. Still last in the race. I think. Probably. Not counting DNS, of course. I also found out a bug in spectator mode. I don't know if it's still there. But let's see what button was it again. Yeah, F1 is opening the spectator menu, right?
Yeah.
And if you change the detail to something else than what you have now, for example, then you press escape instead of F1 again to close it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can't change it. Then D doesn't work, for example.
Okay, I'm so glad I did not press escape there.
Yeah, well, when you press F1 again, then it works again. But yeah, I don't know. That's just a really small glitch or something.
A casual EA bug.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't work for me anymore now. So if I do F1 again, then I can change it. Well, it's basically just standard to press escape when you want to close something, right? It's just automatic response. But yeah, that's not the way you do it in the game. Not really. You can just press F1 again and it closes. So you only find it when you are like me and you have that muscle memory on escape. Completely useless information, but fun nonetheless.
Yep, and I'm not sure what happened to the Draconis, but the 1:09 is even worse than in tier 2.
Yeah, there must have been an impede or something.
Yeah, we do not have any good comparison to tier 2 as it was a wet qualifying in there. Looking at the current times, 1.5s and 2.14s.
But 1.9 is very slow.
Yeah. I'm even faster than that.
Yeah. Next season, Michael tier 1?
Always has been.
Well, just like last week, we have Melon setting an amazing time. For a rough follow on him. Almost
half a second behind.
5/10. Yeah, almost half a second behind. Well, Jesse is not too bad, to say.
Yes.
He's not starting in the back like as it is now. Well, if he finishes 19th, that would have been his best result this season.
Right now, if he at least finishes the race, he will be 13th. So that's
best result.
Yeah.
I don't think he has ever gotten to the finish line, did he? Maybe maybe last place. I don't know.
Might be. I need to check before I. What is it? One.
Montero setting a 147 behind Mellon and splitting the Ferrari and the other Mercedes. I think, right? Yeah. And that's migrating host. That's never a good sign. Or is Jesse host?
Yes, it's host.
Okay. Well, that's maybe an issue. Jesse left the session. Never good sign. Remember last week? Jesse all for a solid result. And then suddenly Jesse left the session.
I mean, Monza. It was there last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Monza then. Yeah. Well.
Hello, Winfrieda. Nice to see you in the Tier 1 broadcast. After racing in Tier 2. See a solid performance there in Ferrari. Quite close battles with Mitita. Captured a lot of it.
Ooh. From some sources I hear that the game is predicting rain in the race.
In the race.
But the minutes don't say that it's gonna rain, but might mean that it will rain in the end. Who knows? It will be a guessing game for us anyway. As last race, it also said that it was gonna rain in the race, but it ended up not raining. Yeah, I tried to give you the information, but apparently it wasn't reliable.
Mm-hmm. Even though the weather forecast accuracy wasn't perfect,
Approximate, right?
Yeah, perfect.
Oh,
I believe, yeah.
That's very strange.
But it was for the first, before we had the lobby restart, eh?
Yeah, exactly. But the restart, that was just fixed dry, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was predicted anyway.
De vakantie did go faster, but still in the 1:06.
Yeah, it's still not great.
Struggling a lot here in Tier 1.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a setup difference. I felt like I had a lot of understeer on my setup. Could also have been my skill or something, or that I'm used to having
probably
more downforce or something. I don't know. I just prefer a little bit of an oversteery setup, because oversteer I can correct that decently, but understeer it's just awful. I feel like I lose so much time. It's just a horrible feeling in Sector 2 when you have understeer, especially on the... Oh, that's different, Sector 2. Making a little 360. Oh, doesn't look like he has damage though. But anyway, there's nothing worse than having hard understeer in Sector 2. Especially the corners to the left. I believe, let me see where it starts. Sector 2, yeah, the first corner is the hard chicane to the right. And then, yeah, the first corner in Sector 2 to the left. And then the second one as well, but that's Sector 3.
I mean, turn 6 and 7.
Horrible. Yeah. It would be great if you could turn on a turn number thing or something on the track map. Might be a little bit of a niche thing. Could also just Google the track.
Oh yeah, I do have the track map on the second screen.
Nice. You gotta have the information, you know.
Yeah. Now I only need some more information in the game, but hey, EA won't listen to any of their gamers.
Oh, they did listen to 2 guys saying they want F1 live.
Yeah, they were
Against millions of other players that didn't give a fucking shit.
Yeah, they were just employees for EA. Gaffa taking the purple sector too.
Yeah, I want to race. How are we gonna make that happen? Oh, Diffin spinning again. What? Oh no, he's struggling. Anyway, I think he's probably gonna box anyway. Oh, Draconis is out as well. Oh, he missed in turn 1.
There's Montero for 7. Montero will probably do his in-lap. Hello, JP Gaming. Welcome to Tier 1. Indeed, they are quite fast here in Tier 1. Quite a big step up. Especially towards the top of the screen. Melon, Rafa, Montero. 147, 146, 144.
So far...
Yes, quite close to each other.
Big Chef and Phil are a little bit in the bin. But of course, Big Chef not the best qualifying guy.
Yeah, but P9's got a big task to get up to the podium. Especially looking at current standings, I believe Rafa has quite the gap to Big Chef. 96 for Rafa, 77 for Big Chef. 19 points. And if you start from P9 and you need to get to ahead of Rafa to even get closer in the championship.
Well, it's not impossible.
Oh no, but yeah.
P10 to P1 is also possible apparently.
In Hungary against much slower cars in the Mercedes and Ferrari strategist that are even more in the summer holiday spirit than Perez was.
They were probably thinking about the ice cream they were gonna get after the race.
Yeah, ice cream with a bit of rain. And who's that? Is it Devin? That's Melon. Melon spinning. Ooh.
Don't want a podium again. Well, that would be a great sight.
Nothing is impossible. We saw him in the podium in Belgium as well. Quite nice to see. Second podium for... And that's Big Chef on throttle, spinning the car and losing his front wing. That's his lap gone, out of the way for... Rafa? Yeah, it's Rafa. Rafa on an outlap. Thiago Costa already retired from session.
Yeah, 5 seconds left. Well, before decent results, assuming he will still be there at the end of the session. So the last cars are starting their final lap.
purple sector on for Rafa. You don't catch by how many tenths he is faster.
You can see how much faster he is to the leader. Oh, it's yellow, and that's the McLaren Vacancy.
Green again. Only 200ths of a second.
Oh, and it validated.
Yikes, that is Rafa's lap gone, which means Montero at the end takes the spot. What about Mellon?
Yeah.
Nope, Mellon won't do it. Mellon won't do it. Devon won't do it. Gloomy. Against faster, and that might bring him down to.
Oh, Vil is
up
down
to
to
P5.
10s.
Just up to P5. P6 as Gloomy jumps up to P5, and is anyone still on a faster lap? Is Dom validating.
It does look like the delta, the plus or minus on the right, is their own time and not the fastest time. It said that he was 2/10 down.
Yes. Yeah, it's down on his own time.
But he did not get pole. Yeah, so that means that Rafa would probably not have gotten pole anyway, as he was like 0.029 faster. I don't think that's enough.
Nope. Might have been enough to be ahead of Montero, as there was still sector 3 left. And indeed quite a creative racing line by Dom.
That would maybe have been enough.
Yeah, probably.
I guess we'll never know.
Nope, we never know. What will he do now is Mellon again taking, well, in front of Rafa. The fruit is bringing quite a challenge to Rafa, the championship leader. And with Montero back again racing as well. 2 more drivers Rafa needs to get ahead of to get those 25 points. Maximum amount of scores. And Thiago Costa on his debut might be in the mix as well. Don't know about his racecraft. And Big Chef is, his qualifying pace is really hurting him. Starting P10, he needs to overtake so many people to get close to Rafa and ahead of Rafa.
Good qualifying for Gloomy though. P5, not bad.
P5.
And it is
we
wet.
are starting in a wet. Wet to dry race? Or was it completely wet for the entire 36 laps?
Well, I'm not sure. But what I got is that it said wet. But like the minutes that you see on the right, they said it was dry. So they said it would have been dry to wet. But I guess it's neither. Maybe it's full wet. It looks like it's raining a decent amount, so it might be the wets. But of course, we don't see the track. We only see the pit lane, so we don't know if there are puddles there. But we'll see soon enough.
Is that intermediate? Yep, it's looking like intermediate tires. Yep, intermediates for everyone.
Okay.
Look at that. Thank you. Yeah, intermediates for everyone. So. And I believe this is going to be the first time we will see those tier 1 drivers, those super fast guys, in wet conditions.
Yeah, at least for a full race distance.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting. Is Rafa still as fast as he is on dries? Is Big Chef maybe even a bit faster than other guys, and will it be an easy podium for him? I don't know. But I do know Phil is in P6 and is maybe a bit cruising a bit, as he already has 2 championships under his belt. Currently P5 in the standings, 29 points. behind Melon. Melon only racing one time, 33 points, and it was, of course, a win in the sprint and a win in the 50% race.
Yeah, well, Draconsi spun.
Yeah, standing still.
I'm not sure why he is standing still. Oh, he's trying to recover the car. But he's on the way again.
Everyone slotted in. Phil disqualified. Gloomy disqualified.
Multiple people.
Yeah.
Of course, trying to get the purple perfection.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another one. No, okay, that's alright.
Only 2.
Not the best start, but...
And the bug is fixed somehow as the lights are turning on. All 5. And they are off. Who has the better start? The decent start for Divin in the background. Montero, decent start already on the inside, already ahead of Melon.
Oh.
But Rafa fighting with Thiago Costa. Both Ferrari is heading wide. Montero overtaking Tempest. Costa with a good start up into P2. Rafa back into P3. But with Melon on the outside. Melon, 3 wide into turn 3. Make it 4 wide almost. Melon forced wide. And Austria joining back again ahead of Jesse.
Well, they would have contact there as well on the left. But the losing out.
Draconsi retiring. Big Chef with a dive on the inside to turn 4. Where is he still in P7? Besides his sister team, Gloomy and the AlphaTauri. And virtual safety car for Draconsi retiring.
And Montero has gotten a massive lead already. I think he was at 1.4. It's the 1.1 now. It might be the delta from the virtual safety car. But yeah, it looks like Melon just lost out massively at the start. Looks like he got a decent getaway. But the turn 1 exit probably not that good. And got caught by multiple cars.
Yeah,
also, Creamy lost 3 positions.
Yeah, down in last place. Might have been caught up in that Draconsi retirement. I'm not sure. But we are racing again. Everything is green. And Melon already looking to get back to his first place.
Yeah.
Goes to Thiago Costa, but on exit losing it again to the Aston Martin.
Both the Alfa Romeos though, very good starts. Phil gaining 4 and Jesse gaining 2.
Holy shit, I did not even notice Phil in P2. What the fuck?
Yeah. He was probably involved in the 4-car wide situation. Looks like he picked the fruits.
3-1 still within a second of each other. Huge train here in Austria. And I don't think the guys will be enabled soon.
Oh, Phil's already in the back of Montero.
Yeah, fastest lap for Phil and taken by Rafa.
Yeah.
Phil's coming alive here in Austria, raining conditions. Of course, he has a bit of experience in Season 1 and Season 2 driving here.
Oh, yeah.
Will it pay off for the Turkish driver in the Alfa Romeo? Again, 2 times faster in the first sector. Not close enough to Montero. What about the battery situation? He's using it a bit. Already 50% used. Not using it on this straight into turn 4. Thiago Costa is losing a bit of time to the front runners.
Yeah. The rain conditions are going to make it very tricky. Might just see them all driving in a line behind each other. No overtakes. Who knows?
Yeah, but one small mistake does cost you a lot of time. As there is Jesse already making a mistake and down to P9, dropping 3 places.
P10,
P11,
P11,
P12. I might be as he is diving into
wing
the pit
damage.
lane. Yeah, he's into the pit lane. In the meantime, Montero taking fast.
I hate to see it. Jesse once again in the bin.
Melon's still stuck behind Thiago Costa.
Yeah.
Losing too much time. He needs to get ahead of him, and he's going to try to go on the outside in turn 4. Taking a bit more speed, but almost squeezed off the track. Die is een driver from Aston Martin. So he is indeed ahead. With a bit better exit. And now needs to close the gap. 1.4 seconds to Rafa.
Well, at the moment looks like Montero picked up the pace a little bit. His current fastest lap is way faster, but Vil setting the second purple sector. Not fastest lap though. Also lost a little bit in the last sector. About 2/10.
Yeah, the gaps are getting bigger and bigger between some drivers.
Yeah. Melon is also struggling to keep up. Don't see him having any damage.
Yeah, might be because his battery is at 30%. Using it to overtake Thiago Costa and Aston Martin. Only 1.3 seconds ahead, but only 2 stands gained to sector 2.
Well, let's hope it's gonna dry up during this race. At one point.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Who has the 200 IQ place? We do know Kyoko has done a 200 IQ place in Miami in the first race of this season. Together with... was it with Rafa?
Yeah, I think so. Or it was with Big Chef, I'm not really sure.
Oh, no.
One of the two.
Big Chef hasn't raced the Mercedes. I didn't know that. I think it was Rafa.
I did box for hearts very early, I think, right?
Or was it? No, I don't even know. It was. I can't even remember if it was tier 1 or tier 2. I believe it maybe even have been tier 2, since that was indeed.
No, it was tier 1 because I spectated it as well.
Okay. Melon is closing in the gap to Rafa. Half a second gained already. Big gap opened to Thiago Costa as he's under pressure of Big Chef, Gloomy, and Kyoko as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melon picking up the pace. Purple sector 2.
Yeah, he's definitely faster. Oh, that's the first time penalty. 3 seconds.
Yeah, for Divin. In a fight with Dom.
There we go. That lap is about 2.6 tenths faster than Montero's fastest lap.
And yeah, Costa is really slower than during these wet conditions. 3.3 seconds behind the Gloomy, and everyone behind him is catching up. Gloomy outshooting himself just a tiny bit, which means losing time to Big Chef and Kyoko. Kyoko won't be overtaking into room 6 or 7. Too much risk in these conditions. Bit less curb for the Mercedes driver as well. They wanted to take any risk to spin the car. Montero taking fastest lap, picking up the pace to Phil. 1.2 seconds already. And Kyoko still a bit too far. And same for Gloomy, same for Big Chef. And Phil countering Montero, going faster and already within that second again. As the likes of Montero, Phil, Rafa and Mellon are already 4 seconds ahead of Thiago Costa. Different closing in as well, 1.6 to 1.4, 1.3. Taking Dom with him as well. And Jesse does not like it. Jesse does not like these collisions. 40 seconds behind Krimi. Of course, he did pit already. Alex Minutes calling an easy win for Mellon. Oh, jinxing. Faster curses are quite a real thing, so jinxing is as well. Is it already done raining? I think it is. Do not see anything. Not on the car, not on track. There's still not a dry line forming on the intermediates. There is still spray on track. You can see it behind the car of Montero.
Yeah, it's gonna look like it's going to dry up soon.
Oh, Mellon, big snap. Did catch the car, and how many times does he lose of that? Not much, luckily. Montero and Phil keep countering each other. Keep playing with that interval. More than a second, less than a second. While Rafa and Mellon, same for them. All 4 of them are on the same pace. No one is considerably faster, and I think they're all waiting for the track to dry up. To get on those slick tires. Those tires are so much faster than the intermediates. And use them to race. The gap to Costa already 5.2 seconds. No one behind him. Doing some cheeky overtakes as well. Still Tempos, Costa, Big Chef, Gloomy, Kyoko. Diffin indeed close the gap. Together with Dom. Some more pressure from behind. For the Costa train. Mellon going a bit faster through sector 3. Less than a 10th faster, so not any significant amount of time. Jesse is closing into Krimi as well. It was more than 20 seconds, Reinhardt's 18.3. Still a long road ahead of Jesse to get even close to the points. But with the track drying up, hopefully sooner rather than later, it might bring some spectacle. It's quite a boring race so far. 2 trains, Montero, Phil, Rafa, Mellon, and then 6 seconds to the train of Costa, Big Chef, Gloomy, Kyoko, Diffin, and Dom. And in a few laps, Krimi will be there as well. 2.8 seconds right now. As we are 12 laps into the race. 24 more. The third done. As the only penalty so far is for Diffin, 3 seconds for track limits. Done quite well by the drivers, not gaining that much of track limits. Just taking fastest lap. really pushing the car as he can't take the risk in P12. And Rafa slowing a bit down. He's been hovering about the 1.2 seconds mark for a few laps. So because of his battery usage, yes, it might be. He can't use it anymore. 16% only, 14%, 12%. He's using it to defend Melon behind him. What about Phil? Phil 55% left. Same for Montero. Melon a bit more. Melon is in an advantage used with 40% more battery left. Just waiting for an opportunity to overtake Rafa as soon as it is drying up. In the meantime, Dom overtaking Divin. Up into...
That is not really a dry line yet.
Nope, it has stopped raining, so the track will be drier and drier, lap by lap. And the dry lines are not really showing in this game.
Yeah, we're probably not too far off the dry tire. Ooh, that's maybe the first car in. Is that Rafa?
Yep.
Yeah, and
both
Melon
Rafa
as
and
well.
Melon. Winfrieda called it in the chat. Rafa's race engineer just told him it's crossover point for slicks. Thank you very much, race control Winfrieda.
And normally we would get a message like the rest is enabled, but I guess not. Ooh, that looked very strange on the tires. Did you see that?
No, but I do see Melon in front of Rafa.
Yeah.
Thanks to the pit crew of Ferrari, they can do something good, but only when they are controlled by AI. Not using their own brain.
Might have timed the timing thing a little bit better. Little tip for people: get it around 0.4. That's very easy. You have plenty of time to respond, and it will always be purple. I never miss it anymore. 0.4 is the sweet spot.
That's not even a skill feature in the game.
Not really though.
Oh.
I mean, like, what is the average human reaction time? 0.2 seconds, right? Something like that.
It depends.
Yeah,
Montero and Phil are fighting each other. Nope, they're not, because Montero's diving into the pit lane. Phil is still staying out. Might be a better call, because I see both Melon and Rafa still struggling a bit on those medium tires. Rafa had some understeering into turn 4. Many people are going into the pit lane.
Nope.
Yoko as well.
Haven't seen any purple yet.
Of course, the tires are still warming up. Take a bit longer, might take a lap or two more. But what about Montero? Montero is out of the pit ahead of Melon. And by quite a big margin as well. 5.7 seconds. But what tire is he? He's on the hards.
Yeah. Well, he's probably going to try and make it till the end, but maybe the mediums might make it as well.
Mediums 20.
But that's questionable though, because the tire wear was quite rough. Of course. Around 75% you get puncture danger. Maybe you can make the finish line before that happens.
Yeah, but those cold tires, those hard cold tires are really struggling. The gap was 5 seconds, but now it's halved to 2.6. The big chef in pit lane as well.
Multiple drivers are still going. Not in the pit lane. Let's see who's lapping faster. Look at Phil's times. He did lap 15 a 1:12.39 and lap 14 1:12.8.
Yeah.
And Melon
It is Big Chef ahead of Montero, my friend.
Yeah,
they went to the
Mellon
pit lane too early.
Yeah. Mellon did a 1:16 lap 15, so he's 4 seconds slower. That is definitely not a better tire at the moment yet. So it looks like Phil... Oh, DRS enabled.
Yep.
This might be the moment to go into the pit lane. And Phil is indeed in the pit lane. And he's probably gonna come out ahead of the others.
Yeah, definitely. It's a 14-second gap between Krimi and Big Chef.
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna suck for Mellon.
Phil is driving out of pit boxes and these drivers are heading into turn 9.
But what about Montero? Where is he?
He's in P8, he's behind Big Chef. In the front of Mellon.
Yeah. He's also come... Oh, wow. Yeah, they made a big mistake.
Too early into the pit. Which means it is Phil, Gloomy, Dom. But Dom's struggling on the score tires. Same for Gloomy. Creamy getting some ground with a later pit stop as well. Up to P10. And these conditions are really difficult, especially for Dom, losing a position to Rafa as well. Medium tires, still a bit of water on track. And Mellon and Montero fighting. And a small touch, but it's going well. It was between Gloomy and Mellon. Mellon has a bit more temperature in those tires. Also something a bit more grip, and it indeed is a successful overtake by Mellon ahead of Gloomy, behind Big Chef and behind Phil. Phil 13 seconds to Big Chef.
Yeah.
Where Diffin and Costa lost a bit. Costa still out on there.
Well, you can say Big Chef also was a winner.
Yeah, he pitted later as well. Jumping Mellon, Montero, Rafa.
Montero had a little bit of a moment. Rafa up his ass. Oh, he's off the track, and that's an easy overtake for Rafa. Winning in the back.
Oh, that's Divin going by on his hard tires. Losing 2 positions.
Oh, there's gonna be 3. Maybe even 4.
Yep, it's 4.
Yeah, that sucks.
To the end of the pack. And overshooting himself into the gravel. Missing Don, his gearbox, luckily. But unluckily for him, behind Krimi and Kyoko. And Thiago Costa still out on track. He really needs to pit. If it pits right now, he is behind Phil. Jumping 3 places. What are the lap times for Phil and Costa?
Let's take a look. Costa's last 2 laps were 1:12.2 and 1:12.7. And for Phil is 1:33 and 1:12.3 because of the he probably got out of the pit lane lap 17. So he's by similar pace, not too far off. Phil about 1:10 faster last lap.
Yeah, Rafa setting purple sector 1. Looks like the sick tires are indeed faster as Costa is indeed losing some time to Phil already. 24-second gap to Big Chef, and indeed Thiago Costa in the pit lane.
Yeah, he's gonna come out behind probably, but ahead of Big Chef likely.
Tires are changed. Phil taking fastest lap. Indeed, overstart finished ahead of Costa. And where is Big Chef? Big Chef is through turn 10. And where is Costa? Costa is on the most difficult part of the track. Pit exit in Austria.
Pit exit, yeah.
Ahead of Big Chef.
Yeah, by decent margin also. Around 5 seconds. But of course needs to warm up those tires.
We're struggling already on the stars, indeed. Everyone else already warmed them up a bit. Just fastest lap. Still not behind everyone.
He was 30 seconds behind when I last checked, and he's now 18. So something happened, maybe interval glitch or something. Doesn't look so bad in the end. Oh. Another fast lap. Ooh, now the great times are coming in. It's 2 seconds faster than 2 laps before. So it looks like every lap he's going a second faster. Looks like it's going to be completely dry.
Yeah. Let's see what Thiago Costa can do in these dry conditions. He was struggling in the wets, losing quite a lot of time to Melon, Rafa, Montero and Phil. Right now he indeed is losing time to Phil, 12 seconds instead of 10 a few laps ago. And only 3.2 seconds to gap to Big Chef.
Yeah, Big Chef is closing in.
Rafa closing into Gloomy. We do know Rafa has such good pace in dry conditions, and as the track is drier and drier, we might see his true pace once again as Phil takes another faster lap. 3 tenths faster than he did before.
Flying. This looks like this track is just his track.
Probably.
I can't imagine a moment where he wasn't fast here. Except in this qualifying session.
Yeah. Of course.
Well, Melon is not so far behind Big Chef either. And Gloomy not too far off that. Oh, and that is Rafa on Gloomy on Rafa. But not sticking the overtake yet.
Was Rafa and Gloomy? Rafa overtook Gloomy, you faggot. Rafa overtook Gloomy. Yeah, into turn 3. Are you blind?
Oh.
I know you can see, but you might see the different colors. But the silver and the Audi white, it's quite a big difference in there. It was Rafa overtaking Gloomy. Using, well, both ideas, probably using a bit of a battery. Yeah, 50%. Another fastest lap. Phil, 10.3. And now it's time for Rafa to close the gap to Melon, 1.3 seconds. Won't be using DRS anytime soon. There's just no battery left as well. Only 6%. Melon going faster as well. As he tries to overtake Big Chef. A bit too far away. Melon is really showing Big Chef. He is faster. First exit out of turn 3. Jesse taking the fastest lap as well.
Yeah, he gained 2 seconds on Diffen.
Yeah, and the gap between Costa and towards Phil, towards Big Chef is... Well, towards Phil is not closing, but towards Big Chef it is closing with Melon 4 tenths, Rafa 8 tenths, Gloomy there as well. Montero 1.3 seconds behind Gloomy. Our tires are not looking good so far in this race.
I'm curious if the mediums even get to the end. And if they don't, what's gonna happen with the order?
Well, if they don't, everyone pits on the medium and it's an easy win for Montero. Well, it is an easy overtake for Melon. So much overspeed with DRS. Turn 4,
at the moment, I think Will is not too far off of free pit stop. I need a little bit of a few seconds. Oh, Jesse hitting the 109s.
Well, it's closing the gap to Devon quite fast. 15 seconds right now. Still a long way ahead. Especially to the points. As Phil goes even faster, 109.4. 14 seconds to Tempus Costa.
Yeah, that's about 7/10 faster than Jesse. Looks like the track is really good at the moment. Melon. Snooping over 300ths of a second.
Yeah, Melon really needs to. 2.3 seconds to Costa and no DRS for the Ferrari and DRS for everyone behind him. Big Chef, Rafa, Gloomy. He really needs to defend them and only 24% battery. Won't be much and Big Chef indeed closing the gap quite well. Using a bit of a tighter line through turns 4 and 5. It's possible to manage to try and... and it's Phil with 3-second time penalties. Won't really matter with the 40-second gap. Yeah.
Might spice it up if there's gonna be a safety car though.
Oh, definitely.
You never know. Oh. Gloomy with the fastest lap. First one to hit the 1.8 or 0.8s. So far, Mena doing a good job keeping the guys behind. And he's also closing up to Costa.
Yeah, Costa is a bit faster in the drive, but not fast enough to keep that gap more than 2 seconds. But with only 10 laps to go, what about the battery for him? Well, here's the mount. So he can defend off Melon, Big Chef, Drafa. Yeah.
Oh, and that's Gloomy off.
By his own? Spinning or touching?
No, I think there was a little bit of contact, but I was not sure.
He's still in the points in P8, but 5.2 seconds behind Dom.
Yeah, it looks like no damage.
Lucky for him. Lucky for him. And 9 more laps to go. As Rafa is pushing ahead Big Chef almost into turn 3.
Very bad entry to the corner for Big Chef, which caused Rafa to close up to him really fast.
Yep, and Big Chef pushing the guard to get ahead of Malin. But Malin is lucky to get DRS pretty soon, as he's in that 1 second window mark by, well, missing it by 10th. Still taking fastest lap, 15 seconds ahead of Tempus Costa.
Does look like he's gonna slow down anytime soon.
No, he won't. And it's no 3-second time penalty this time around.
Yeah, and Melon got the fastest lap. It's covered by the... Dom? No, it's taken. Must have been.
Yep, Dom taking it.
Oh, Dom did take it. Oh, yeah. Okay. No, probably just after I got the message that's gonna hard edit. Yeah, does look like it. And then put in a 108.158 and Dom did a 108.136. So not too far off each other.
Probably will be a fastest lap switch between the drivers until the end of the race. As the track keeps getting better and better. And
shows that Dom has good pace as well.
Yeah, in the dry at least. In P7 by his teammates, no shame in that. As Montero was keeping up with the big boys in front.
Yeah, well, Don did gain 4 positions since the start of the race. I think he's quite happy about that. Montero going even faster. On the hards. So it looks like the hards are in the same window as the mediums probably. If you look at speed.
Yeah, looks like Montero used a lot of his battery. As he is still so much further behind Rafa than he was before. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, he has almost no ERS left.
Yeah. Might be it. And finally Melon is close enough to Thiago Costa to probably get DRS into lap 13. Does help him a lot in the fight with Big Chef.
1:07.6. Wow. I mean, that's incredibly fast. It's about 5/10 faster than the time that was put in before him.
Big Chef no DRS this time. Big Chef might lose position to Rafa thanks to him slowing down a bit. Rafa is so close to Big Chef. Nope, I want on board with Rafa.
Take a look out on the inside.
Yeah, Big Chef
definitely
knows. Big Chef knows.
He's next to him.
For Rafa braking a bit later, forcing Big Chef off, but
track.
Position gained. DRS open for the Red Bull. Can he do a counter maneuver?
Oh, he's gonna do the switchback. Does look like it, but he does stick it on the outside.
No, he won't.
Doesn't have the room.
He does have the pace into the corner. Room enough.
Oh.
But it is Rafa ahead of Big Chef heading into lap 32. 4 laps left for Big Chef to overtake him back again, as he will be having DRS. And the Rafa will not overstart finish. Same for Melon and Costa. And is eyeing P2 again. But Big Chef a bit too far into turn 1. But close enough on the straight to maybe dive back on the inside of Rafa. There it is, rear wing open, no threat from behind by Montero.
Both cars have basically no ERS left. Oh no! That goes horribly wrong.
Rafa can save the car quite well and only loses 1 position so far. Maybe Dom. Don't know, maybe Dom on the inside. No, Dom won't, but losing that position thanks to Big Chef doing a love tap. Rafa won't be happy about that.
Didn't slow down the car. Basically used Rafa as his braking point.
Yeah, it sucks for Rafa, but down into P6 behind his racing teammate, Montero, over racing for Team Lights Out. There might be a bit of chuckling for Montero ahead of Rafa, but 18 laps already on those medium tires.
Yeah, and we have only 4 to go.
Yeah, Montero is closing the gap to Big Chef. Thanks to Mercedes and Red Bull fighting a few laps prior.
Yeah.
And
almost in the DRS.
Yeah, he is just barely missing out on a DRS. Both Rafa and Dom do have it. Melon is still stuck behind Thiago Costa. I'll be waiting for the last 2 laps to overtake Costa. Using as much battery as possible, and I can imagine Rafa want to get ahead of Montero as soon as possible.
I think at this point the hard tires are the better tire. Look at the pace. Montero is putting in some decent times. Ooh, Melon. Melon is very close now. In the DRS, has some battery left. Can take a look on the inside. And comfortably ahead.
Braking too late for turn 3, and that gives Thiago Costa the better exit and DRS. Can Thiago Costa gain back the position to turn 4? He is close. He might take a look on the inside, braking a bit later, but Melon showing he can brake even later on the outside through.
They're next to each other.
Gonna be the inside in turn 6, and that is Melon sticking. Is he indeed sticking? I think he is sticking the overtake. Turn 8. And indeed sticking it. Turn 9 and 10. Can Costa get back into P2 using DRS? With penalty for Big Chef.
That's not what you want to see if you're Big Chef. That drops him down behind Dom at the moment. And Big Chef got overtaken.
Big Chef overtaken by Montero.
It looks like Rafa might do the same here. No, it does look like...
Woohoo! Rafa was looking on the inside to make it 3 wide. But it is Big Chef ahead of Montero indeed. Now
the cars behind are going to have the wing open. But not Montero. Apparently.
Seconds for Jessen. And Big Chef is under so much pressure from Montero, Rafa and Dom. 3 seconds time penalty. Won't do him any good as Montero.
That's yellow, and that is
Montero standing still in the gravel. There he is. What happened to him? I completely missed it.
I don't know either, but it does not look like there was contact. Maybe with Rafa, but I don't know. I don't think so.
He's now behind his teammate. Just only a few positions, still ahead of Gloomy, but kind of overheated those hard tires just a tiny bit too much. Gloomy with the DRS.
And Rafa now has his wing open. Might be a little bit too far, but he's not gonna take a look on the right side. Now second DRS zone, and Dom also right up there. Showing amazing race pace today. So Rafa gets one shot. Well, of course, he's already ahead, technically.
Yeah, and who's ahead again is Thiago Costa. Off camera.
We missed that as well.
I think there's 6 lap difference between the medium tires.
Yeah,
the tires. A deal breaker. 21 laps is
well
a bit much, maybe. As
they are gonna cross the line.
All eyes are on Phil, 17 seconds ahead of everyone.
But Melon gets one more shot though.
Yeah,
he's not too far off. Maybe he is just too far.
Rafa is closer. And Rafa won't drive on the inside. Might line it up into turn 4 using DRS again. Maybe a bit of battery. Yep, only just a tiny bit.
Another yellow flag. Is that Phil?
No, it's Jesse.
No, okay.
Jesse doing a bit of celebration donuts maybe for Phil.
Yeah. Well, Phil's in the last corner. Looks like he's gonna sail home to an easy victory. Doing a little bit of weaving. And it's another solid win for Phil. Congratulations to him.
Watch it. Melon losing a position to Big Chef and to Dom. Oh no! Maybe a bit too much risk heading into Thiago Costa and Rafa as well, falling down to P8. Came down to the last lap, the last few corners, and that's Creamy. Taking a look. Nope, it's still Creamy behind.
Well, that was...
Yeah, that's different last corner shenanigans.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know the result. I need to get a look at the results as soon as possible. Dom driver of the day. Deserved.
Yeah, definitely deserved. I didn't understand what happened there. What? It was all of a sudden Madden gone? Rafa gone? What? I don't know if there was contact or anything.
Not sure either, but I do know Phil takes the win ahead of Thiago Costa. Such a solid debut for Thiago Costa. And Dom on the podium again from P11.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Nice. And Big Chef from P10 to P4.
Whoa.
Alan.
Yeah.
To fifth. Still ahead of Montego and Rafa. Closing in the gap just a tiny bit. As Gloomy, Kyoko and Creamy close out the points. Divin, Jesse, P11, P12 struggling a lot. And yeah, the Dragonzi not even finishing one lap. Oh my.
Well, we're definitely gonna have to check that back a little bit later. Because I don't understand what happens. But definitely a maximized result for Vale. Taking the fastest lap as well. And a surprise podium for Dom.
Well, maybe not even such a big surprise as he did the same in Belgium. Just be there on the Mondays, drive around in circles, and somehow end up at the podium. Second time in a row.
Yeah, well, it's not somehow because he had decent pace. That's definitely the case. But it was a little bit unexpected. Maybe we can get some people in for an interview.
Yeah. I'm curious what happened. And Manon lost it in the last lap. Let's see if this works. There it is, the driver interview screen.
Are we gonna do only the top 3 or just a little bit more?
What time is it? Well, we have about 10 minutes. Let's get Dom in here. if he wants. Melon is already in the dinges. He's in the tier 1 voice chat.
Oh, let's get Melon first in because he's the only one at the moment. And then you can take it away.
Hello.
Hey, Phil. Melon. Hello. Welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was typing to Phil.
Okay.
Yeah. Pole position. Good start. And bad result.
Yeah, it was basically a combination of everything, really. Got a decent start. P2 got a better start than me. I get pushed off into turn 1, like absolutely just barged off, so I just take the run off. Then I see there's 3 people alongside me, and I'm like, wait, what? How did he get here? Second corner, same thing happens. I take the outside, get pushed off again, and now I'm P5. So half of my race is already done. And yeah, then it was just just constant racing, I guess. Pitted and somehow managed to jump Rafa, which was really surprising as I thought we were going to be tight. The problem was the strategy was so bad that we were losing 5 seconds per lap to the Inters, me and Rafa. So
yeah.
We just went down the order fast. Got a few racing laps with people, and just in the last lap I saw they was spinning, and I was so happy. I was happy about it because I was like, oh, I'm actually gonna get a good place. And then right behind the Aston Martin, I just lose it out of nowhere. I was on 60% tire wear, so I had zero grip every single time I took the corner the same way. So it was just unlucky.
Yeah, indeed unlucky. In the last few laps, on 404, I saw the race, but still, P5 is, well, some points at least. And a bit more than Rafa. So you're lucky in that to close the gap a tiny bit, as you did in these 3 races. But we'll see where it all ends up. Well, thank you very much, Melan, for racing with us once again, and for the driver interview.
Yeah. See you in a bit, guys. See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
And I do see... Where is he? I see Logan in here. Well, in No Mikey, no. We need to get Logan in here. I don't care if he's a tier 2 driver, but let's get Logan in here. Yep, there he is, Logan. Fucking hell, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you, mate. I've been waiting a long time.
Yeah. Big congrats. What went through your head once you crossed the line?
I thought, well, I know I've started trying, so, I wasn't actually surprised that I won, to be honest. I just, kept it cool.
For once.
Exactly. For once.
Yeah. And are you gonna do the same for next week? Keep it cool?
Obviously. You should expect back-to-back wins. That's all
cool.
I'm saying.
Wanna make a bet?
I'm simple as that. I'm a man. I wouldn't lie to you guys, so I wouldn't come here and be like, oh, you're gonna get this when you wouldn't get that. So there you go. Expect back-to-back wins.
Sure. Wanna make a bet? £5 for you when you win the race? Back to back?
No, actually, I've been sanctioned, so I can't do that. You can.
Cool. But it got quite close with Tycho at the end of the last 2 laps with the safety car still. Were there any team orders?
There was no team orders. No.
Okay.
He said that we said that when the safety car came, he said if I was clearly faster, he would let me past. But then he was quite fast, so we actually just raced and I just won.
Fair and square. Well done, Logan. But I guess we can expect you next week again in here for the driver interview after your back-to-back wins.
Yeah,
let's see.
Easy, obviously.
Yeah, easy. All right, cool. Well, thank you, Logan. We'll.
No problem. I'll see you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, that was Logan. Let's get Phil in there, taking a dominant win. Ex-teammate of Logan. There he is, Phil. Big congrats. Back in the winning mindset.
Yeah, first win of the season for me. Yeah, I'm happy actually.
And quite a good timing as well for taking the win, because current leader Rafa only finishing in P7. Big Chef is in P2, is in P4 finishing. So,
also, I was lucky with that, and also it's a big thanks for me to Tico actually. He helped me a lot during the race with engineering, so we found the best time to enter the pits, and when we come out the pits, we just there was like 10 or 15 seconds of gap, so I just protected that, and keep going on like that. Yeah, I'm happy.
At one point the Inters were 4 seconds faster than the guys on the dry tires per lap.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, good.
Yeah, those guys that went so early onto those slick tires, they listened to their race engineer, and I guess it was their race engineer is from Ferrari, as they pitted a bit too early.
We also talked about that during the race. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the perfect timing coming out ahead of everyone. It was very nice to see. But now that you're back in form, where do you see yourself next week? In I think it's Singapore.
Singapore, right?
Yeah.
One of my favorites, so yeah. Silverstone and Singapore are my favorites, so I'm actually very rooted for Singapore.
Nice. It's gonna be a sprint race as well.
Yeah, and also it will help me to gain points actually.
Yeah.
So we will see, but I need to be lucky and I need to stay away from the walls and contacts, so I can finish the race.
Yeah, well, Phil, thank you for coming in for a driver interview, and big congrats once again for taking the win. Thank you, Phil.
Thanks for the interview. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye. Let's see, we still have 3 members left. Big Chef, Dom, Kyoko. We can do 3 short interviews, 1 or 2 questions each. What about Dom? Another podium again. There he is. Another podium. Another solid performance. Congratulations.
Dom? Probably taking a shit.
He might be taking a shit.
Hello?
Yeah, there he is. Hello, Dom.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. But I think the internet is struggling.
Yeah,
That's fine.
as soon as the race finished, it just like shut down.
Ah, okay. It's good now, I think. At least for the last sentence you said. But yeah, Dom, congratulations on the podium. How did you manage to get there?
Like, luck and a lot of patience. I didn't make a single overtake.
You did not? Oh, wow. It is a lot
No.
of luck.
The only people I overtook were people that made mistakes, or I overcut, or who spun.
Wow.
I didn't actually make a overtake.
Well, that's
just-
going to make it taste
For
even
half
sweeter.
the race, I was behind. Yeah. For half the race, the first half of the race, I was behind Diffin, and then he made a little mistake in turn 1, so I got past him. And for the second half of the race, I was behind Montero, and then he spun.
Yeah, well, another podium. Big congrats to you, Dom, once again. Next up is going to be Singapore. Going to be quite interesting. Yeah, another podium.
I'll take that. I'll take a few more. If people want to spin out in front of me, fine by me.
All right. Well, we can maybe ask Big Chef, as he's up next for the driver interview. Thank you, Dom.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.
How cute.
Mwah.
Where is Big Chef? There is Big Chef.
Hello.
P10 to P4.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, not bad. You did have a shunt with Rafa. We saw it in Discord chat already unfolding. Not sure if there will be any tickets, but what happened there?
Well, I think the lap before, I think we went through that corner and it was side by side, and I got pushed a little bit wide. I think that was a little bit. It was aggressive, but it was. I don't know. I'll have to go and have a look back at the replay because I haven't had a look at it. And then obviously, I hit him from behind the next lap. I think he broke really late, and I wasn't expecting him to break where he did. And then I broke at the same point, and then we just hit into the back of each other. I don't think he lost too much time from it because he was only like 1.8 seconds behind me. But yeah, some close battling.
Yeah, indeed, it was quite unlucky that you two touched, and a lot of close battles. I think at one point it was about 6 cars battling each other. Still taking P4 just outside of the podium, behind Dom.
Yeah.
Dom not even overtaking a single driver, he just told us. But,
yeah, it was right to that end. I was like, I don't know what happened. I didn't have C, but there must have been like 3 cars at span.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what happened, but I think I got quite lucky there because I was going to lose out because of that penalty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, klopt. Indeed, you had 3 seconds only for track limits. Yeah, with the train behind you, that's going to struggle. That's going to be quite a pain in the ass. But luckily,
Yeah.
still P4. So, of course, congrats to that.
Thank you.
And we'll get the last driver in here. I believe it's Kyoko. Ready for a driver interview. Thank you, Big Chef.
See ya.
See ya. A minute left for a short interview with Kyoko. P9. Hello,
Yeah.
Kyoko. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are
Nice.
you guys? How's
good.
the race for you spectating?
it was quite chaotic at the end with this crossover point from intermediates to mediums and hards.
Yeah.
And at the end, it was quite exciting. What about you? P12 to P9 points.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a lot better because I gambled a lot with the, like, Jeff keeps saying rain 5 minutes. Now it's dry. We're on the crossover. And I'm like, I'm going to gamble because Gloomy and Big Chef were right in front of me. Big Chef finished before, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so exactly. So he was right in front of me with Gloomy. And I was like, I'm going to gamble because I saw the leaders are pitting, like Rafa was pitting. So I pitted 1 lap after Rafa. He was like 30 seconds ahead of me. And I felt like this is the good move. So I pitted. And Rafa was literally like a second in front of me when I came out of the pits. But it was so bad. Like it was still icy. So that was a bad move. If I would stay 1 more lap at least, or like, yeah, with Big Chef basically, it would be really good to fight for like P5, P4 basically, like Big Chef. But yeah, just a big gamble and it didn't pay off at all. I lost like full 2 laps basically. And then I was stuck with Creamy. That was really good fight with him. And then Gloomy had a 3-second penalty. He was 2 seconds in front of me. And then Monteiro, I think, spun. And Gloomy got into the DRS of Monteiro. And he just pulled off because Creamy wasn't in the DRS zone of Gloomy. So yeah, Gloomy just finished like half a second ahead of me with that 3-second penalty. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Still, from P12 to P9 into the points is decent. Looking at the conditions.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So
awesome.
Well, Kyoko, thank you very much for competing and for the driver interview. And
thank you very much.
We'll see you next week.
Night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And that also concludes round 5 already. 5 of 8. Austria done. Singapore next week. Sprint race as well. And then after that, it's gonna be Silverstone. And after that, last race will be held in Imola. It's gonna be quite interesting to see. Peter Bounty, anything to add? Any last words?
What did you say next week is Silverstone?
Oh, next week is Singapore, and after that is Silverstone.
Yeah, after that Silverstone. Okay, yeah, I thought I maybe heard it wrong. I don't know.
Oh my God, well,
I've not much to add except click the link in the description.
Well,
that's about it.
Click them all.
Click them all.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be it for us. I'm Nazi and Peter Penalty. And we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.